On for quite a while, so I do apologize. So we're trying to make it home from work and made a short pit stop to get something to eat at my local Rocknees pub, which is, you can't see it from here. Anchorman, what's up? So on the other side of the trees that you're looking at, I'm kind of pointing with my umbrella, is the Rocknees that I just came from. Little short story, I don't know everything. I don't intend to know everything. And then the second thing is I have a mission. I know, right? That'll be time to go live. So bear with me here. So I'm coming through the parking lot of this church, and I'm halfway debating whether to take shelter underneath that church or to book it, because right now, as you can see, I don't know how well you can see, I gotta cross this little road here. I'm sure we got traffic. There we go. Around that corner. So give me a second. Okay. So my biggest issue right now is that tower that you were just looking at. You'll see it in a second. Is I'm not seeing, we're in the middle of a storm, more of a rainstorm than an actual like thunderstorm, sort of. And Nick, hi. How you doing? Nice to see you. So it's kind of storming, but it's kind of calm right now, if that makes any sense. This tower here, in order to get home, at least from where I'm at, I mean, obviously I have more than one direction I could go home, but I would have to cut through way out of my way, especially when I'm here on foot. But this tower, not terribly too close, but not terribly too far away from this tower, is my biggest concern. Because while I was eating at Rocknees a little bit ago, there was lightning. Now I'm not seeing any. But if something does pop, that's the first thing that's going to get hit. And you'll see in a second, I have to walk right, like literally, like right next to the sucker. I actually looked this up. I had to pull this up on one of my aviation, on one of my aviation apps, because I couldn't find any information on this. Apparently, this is both a cell tower and a radio tower. There's the reason why it's so tall. It's a lot taller than a regular cellular tower. And I actually looked it up. I'm like, man, that's tall. You know? But when you look at it, it doesn't look as tall as it really is. And this sucker, believe it or not, it's actually 909 feet. So from where I'm standing, from the base of that, I don't even know how wide that base is, but all the way up there. And guess what? That kind of sucks, because there are people that do that for a living. I will never do something like that for a living, but I guess I make great money. But apparently, soon, somebody's going to have to climb that sucker, because according to FAA regulations, it's supposed to have a strobe on the top. And the strobe is now eliminating. So, which means either two things. Either for some reason, there's no way to really turn it off. You can't really turn off a strobe on a tower. The only way you're going to turn it off is the strobe burns out or something happens to it. But I'm probably like 50 feet away from the base of that sucker. Walking this direction, I'm walking south. I think I'm walking southbound right now. So I'm walking home. That's my mission. Got about maybe a third of a mile. Let's just say a third of a mile. We got cameos. You see that? There's no way I can zoom in because I'm holding my umbrella in my left hand, so I'm sorry. But I guess we have cameos. We got a deer. We got a whole family over here. We got two of them. You guys can see them. They don't even know I'm over here. They're so cute. There's a third one. There's a third one just across the street. There. It's one of the streets that leads to some of the dorms on campus here at Kent State University. Kent, Ohio. That's where we're at right now. So, looks like this tree wasn't having any fun today. These branches were not this slow earlier today. But story time, and can't fill in the entire story, so my apologies. But you never know what's going to happen. You always got to keep your eyes peeled, because especially nowadays, you never know when something's going to go south, regardless of where you are, what you're doing, how you doing it, who you with, etc., etc., etc. And I'm sitting, thank goodness, on the opposite side of the restaurant. So I'm just eating by myself. Had a lovely server, and kind of lucked out. She ended up being my server last time I was there too. I kind of frequent that place, Rocknees, quite a bit. I even know the owner, not the owner of the company, the owner of this particular location. Great guy, awesome dude. I didn't get to see him today. Usually he steps out and knows that I'm there and shake hands and a little bit of small talk. But today he was stuck in the kitchen because they just closed at 9 o'clock. But anyways, I had the same server as I did last time. He's happy to see me as a frequent customer there. So anyways, I'm just chilling, minding my own business. Now, what I said a few minutes ago about you never know what's about to happen is a lot of times when I go to a restaurant, I sit down, I'll put my headphones in, and I still have the old-fashioned headphones that I have a USB-C adapter to them, to my phone, because of course my phone doesn't have the 3.5 millimeter jack, so I just use an adapter. And today I decided not to do that. No particular reason. Watching a couple of YouTube videos, and all of a sudden I just heard some screaming, and the screaming wasn't like ah, no, it was somebody going bonkers over something not going right. Now, I don't, like I said, I don't know the story. Matter of fact, I almost don't know any bit of the story. I asked my server a little bit about what was happening, but I don't want to dig my nose in too far. And all of a sudden, I just heard some cussing, just some hardcore cussing. And I just hear this female voice. I don't give a F-bomb. A couple seconds go by. It says the same line again. I don't give a F-bomb. And even before she let it out the second time, which was only maybe the second time she said that, I'm talking less than 5 seconds. It had been just a couple seconds. and apparently called. I don't think it was my server, thank God, but somebody. I'm thinking it was the because I was on the regular dining side of the restaurant, but on the opposite side is the bar with some seats across from the bar. And I don't know if she was picking up her food or she was actually seated, because apparently I didn't see any of it go down. I didn't visualize anything because I was on the opposite side of the restaurant and had no visible connection whatsoever to what was going on. All I just heard was the cussing, and obviously, right then and there, somebody's angry and about to, with a hair's length of getting violent, mentally or physically or both. My server said that one of the guys that was working in the kitchen stepped out, and I don't know who she was referring to, nor that I really or anybody else needs to know, but said there was enough where I'm thinking his presence alone kind of scared her away, because she said once he came out of the kitchen to see what all the fuss was about, she threatened some of the employees. I'll just take it as everybody in the building. I mean, at that point, she was, what I'm about to say is merely a repeat of what she said, but this lady left with, I don't want to say no fuss, but left with little fuss, and told the restaurant, I don't know if she was specifically talking to a specific individual or not, I'm thinking so, and then said that she would be coming back. So, by this time, somebody from the restaurant already, called the authorities or whatever. So, I don't think she made it back, because I probably would have heard something as we were going live or something, commotion or fuss or something. But so they had a couple squad cars sitting across the street just on a stakeout waiting for her to come back, because by then they identified her car as she left, so they knew like plate number and everything, vehicle, make, and model, color, everything. And pardon that it's going to get real dark here, so my apologies. So you're not going to see much, you're just here to listen, I guess. Not showing much, and you wouldn't even see my face at this point. I mean, maybe a little bit of my face, but I'm gonna wrap up in a few moments here. So hopefully this video's been somewhat steady, as steady as I possibly can, because I was debating on whether to get a phone gimbal, powered gimbal for my phone, or we could do these more often, and then that way, if I'm doing it this time of night, I can put a light on it, or you guys can see where I'm going, and you can see me too if I turn the camera around. But I'm gonna go to wrap this up. Nice to see you. I will be back on, not tonight, but I promised Peter from Haps that I'll go live more often. So I think my break was long enough. So I don't know if you guys can see me or not. I'm gonna attempt to. There we go. That's me. The only reason you can see me is because my phone is a really good phone. It has great, neat night vision capabilities. But I hit myself in the face with my umbrella. But you guys take care. I will be back on maybe tomorrow. We could do a live stream tomorrow. We could talk about JetBlue's first flight to our first paid revenue flight to London and then back, and we can all congratulate them because today's day number 2 of their service. So thank you for. I gotta go down the way here. Thank you for joining, replay viewers. Thank you for watching, and you guys take care. Bye bye.